Meet my friends, Bill and Sally. They're about to get on a big yellow school bus, just like you did when you were a kid. School buses were a big part of your childhood, and for the most part, they're still the same now as they were then. Rounded roofs, rows of vinyl-covered seats, and a bouncy ride. There are some things about them that should never change, but there are some things that should. Most of today's school buses have diesel engines. A few decades ago, it was leaded gasoline. That didn't make sense then, and diesel doesn't now, especially when there is a cleaner, more cost-effective alternative: propane auto gas. First of all, propane is a much cleaner burning fuel. In fact, a propane-powered bus can reduce greenhouse gases by 5 to 18% when compared to diesel and gasoline. It also doesn't expose us kids to the harmful particulate matter that ends up inside the bus. That stuff escalates breathing-related issues and aggravates asthma. Another benefit is that propane engines don't need to be preheated in the winter. This reduces engine idling and the costly time associated with it. Time is money, and propane saves both. Not only are propane school buses better for the environment, they also make good business sense. Today's propane-powered school buses cost much less to operate and offer a really big fuel and maintenance cost savings compared to diesel. A recent study showed that diesel school buses cost about 58 cents per mile for fuel, and propane buses only cost 40 cents. I did the math, and that's a 31% saving. They're also much less expensive to maintain. One school district in Florida established they save over $6,100 per bus per year in basic fuel and maintenance. Propane buses have no diesel particulate filters or extra diesel emission fluids to worry about. And there's no pre-programmed regeneration of the emission systems needed. This reduces downtime and fuel usage. Propane is naturally clean and requires no expensive tailpipe after treatment systems to achieve acceptable tailpipe emissions. Right now, a propane bus costs about $4,400 more to buy than a conventional diesel bus. And most districts will see a return on investment in just a few months. Propane buses are very safe, with fuel tanks that are 20 times more puncture-resistant than diesel fuel tanks. They come equipped with automatic fuel shutoff in the unlikely event of a fuel line rupture. They operate at a relatively low working pressure, and propane has a much higher ignition point than diesel, and that's better if a fuel leak does happen. So now you know. Propane buses are better for the environment, they're more cost-effective, and they're safe. But here's another cool thing. Propane is made in America. This means more American jobs, and the really good news is we have lots of it. But if you're still not sure, think about this. When your school puts out an RFP, whatever that is, for new school buses or a bus contract, the proposals that come back need to be cost competitive and environmentally friendly. If you specify propane-powered school buses, they can be both. The money saved with propane buses can mean more teachers, extracurricular activities, and classroom supplies. If that means more trips and stuff, I'm on board, and so are Bill and Sally. We agree, it's time to switch to propane.